Hey folks, TechTucker here, and in today's video, going on a game hunt across Birmingham and Manchester. I go to these places sometimes, so I just so happened in the span of a week of each other, I had two meetings that I had to go to face, so of course I made most of the situation and went on a game hunt. Stay tuned to see pickups and see what I find. Hey folks, I'm in Birmingham, and it's a very hot day. You can see the big train station behind me. Yeah, I am wearing jeans. Absolutely terrible day for this. Yeah. Check out the local area, see if we can have any finds. Alright, got first pickup. Copy of Season 8 for £2. £4 voucher at CeX, so a nice double up. Not Mr. Monopoly or anything here at the minute, but hey ho, still got more places to check out.
Alright, so this is the second shop of the day, and this is a cash generator. Having an initial look, it looks alright. Decent stock available so far. Having a look at the PlayStation games, all very fairly priced in line with CeX cash or voucher prices. So if you're just looking to purchase some of these games, you could go in worse places. Overall, I'm quite happy with that, but it's nothing here I really want or need, so I do end up leaving it. So over to the next shop, Game HQ. I have had some good luck here before. It's nice to see a stack of Mega Drive games, but when I did ask about these and had a look at them, they were absolutely filthy, so there was not a chance I was buying any of those. There's this cool game box thing that I've never heard of or seen before, and of course I've got some more games over to the side here. Nothing too crazy here. Some of the games, again, some things would have been alright if it was UK copies or PAL, and I had a look at the steelbooks. I wanted the Guardians of the Galaxy one because I loved that game, but nah, too pricey. And that Mega Man X would have been a great price if it had the manual. So over to the British Heart Foundation over here. Had a look at this CD rack, and there was absolutely nothing here. Not a single game to be seen, and no DVDs or CDs or anything that were flippable. So yep, had a look at those and pretty much left immediately. And over to the other British Heart Foundation down the road. This one looked promising initially. I started to pick up a couple bits here and there and start scanning. Yeah, most of them are priced accordingly. Most of the DVDs are a similar position here as well, where most of them are priced at the right price. And this Middle Earth 2 would have been fantastic, but one of the discs were wrong. So moving on to the Birmingham CeX, again, this store is massive and usually has a very solid selection for when I've been here in the past, and it did not disappoint today in terms of what was available. You can see a lot of heavy hitter GameCube games here in Metal Gear Solid, Pokemon XD, Paper Mario, all things I already have, so I'm not bothered. And I would have possibly picked up that Doom, but I just wasn't feeling it that day, so I didn't buy it. Still looking for Doom on the PS1. You'll see a lot of heavy hitters in the PlayStation there as well. Just, it's crazy how they're not even front and center, but of course, you know me, I've got to have a look at the Xbox 360 games, and a lot of these, most of them I already have. Nothing I was like, oh boy, I've got to pick this up today. So nothing was worthwhile picking up for me on this occasion. But overall, very solid selection. And one last thing I did spot was this Wii Sports Club. Probably came down when Wii Switch Sports came out.
Managed to trade it in okay. Cute little £4 from 2. I'll take it. Had to buy a new t-shirt. As you can see, got stabbed because a bird decided to crap on my back, and I brought one spare t-shirt. We are back at the magical place called Manchester, as you can see above my head. So grab some lunch, have a look around the local area and see if I have any better luck than I did in Birmingham last week. Stay tuned.
So in the first charity shop of Manchester, British Heart Foundation, I've never had any luck in this one, and that has recurred here where there's absolutely nothing in this shop either. So on to the next shop, which is on our cash competitors down the road, just having a look at it. Yeah, not having any luck here either. Last time I was here I did manage to snag a couple of Xbox 360 games for 99p. South Park Fracture Butthole for £20, which not really keen on that. I'm looking for it on either Xbox or PlayStation because I do have it on the Switch, but I'd rather have it on one of those platforms. And over at the other side, just some of their consoles available, and they did have a nice selection of Switch stuff there. And onto this Empire Exchange shop. This is always a fun shop to look in. You can see some Skylanders here, some DS cartridges, which are £5 each. And Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for £5, which is also alright. But yeah, this is one of those shops that's just a bit of everything. It's completely random what you'll see. There's an adult section in this shop which I always walk into by mistake and I cringe a little inside. Over here, again, this is just DVDs. There are some games here. For example, I pick up this Buzz Jungle Party, listed at £3, but I pick it up just to see if I can negotiate a better deal on it. And then having a look at this Robocop Complete TV series, I got excited thinking I'd hit the mother load there, and in reality it's part of a full box set. So yeah, not really a win there in any sense. But they did have some more PlayStation 3 games here, but again, all these ones are overpriced. I don't really know where they get their prices from. They probably just see something to slap it on. So I found Mario and Sonic for the Olympic Games, and it was empty, so I was like, darn it. But there was a disc-only copy of Wii Sports, and again, I've negotiated with these guys in the past and got some good deals, so you bet I'm going to pick those up and take them to the till.
Alright, got the first few pickups. Worked something out for £10 all in, and of course I'll show you guys in a bit. Should be good for profit. As you saw, the Wii Sports disc only. Picked that up. It's a bit scratched, but I should be able to sell on okay. The Buzz Jungle Jr. £4 CEX voucher, and I got a broken PlayStation 3 controller. Turns on and everything, but the stick's a bit wonky, as you can see there. So I'm hoping an opening clean job will fix it. If not, it'll be a replacement stick. But for £10 all in, my money's safe. So happy days. On to the next.
This next charity shop is an Oxfam store, and having a look at these PS3 games, they are overpriced to hell. Not a chance am I picking up any of these. This one's overpriced previously as well, so I wasn't expecting anything, and these games are all trash. So on to the cash generators, or CGX, 3 for 2 on PlayStation 4 and Xbox games. Nothing really here suiting my fancy, but you do see this 20% off sign with a PS3 DualShock 3 controller.
And just happened to find another PlayStation 3 controller. This one's a DualShock 3. So worth a little bit more, and it seems in fine shape. 20% off, £8, so looking at an £18 voucher for that, which is pretty solid. And the other one, hopefully if I fix it, looking at a £16 voucher, so happy days.
Across the road is a Forbidden Planet store, so I'm going to look at these Crash Bandicoot figures. I see them in the Smith's toy stores all the time, but they're always cool to see. And those little Big Planet figures must be new old stock. And I had a look at the Sonic figures, again, nothing I need there. So further down is the RSPCA, which is another charity shop. The only games they had were sports titles, so nothing of value there. And having a look at some of the DVDs and Blu-rays, again, for the most part, there wasn't really anything here. I thought this Peaky Blinders would have value. Nope. But Weird Science, that one was alright.
Alright, so it's pretty hot. Last shop of the day. Weird Science for £1. It's a £2 voucher in CEX, so let's go over there and see what we can get.
Now we're in the Manchester Arndale CeX shop, and having a look at this A-Train HX. Never heard of this game before. If I ever go for a complete collection, I'll bear that in mind. And the Armored Core 4 game there. I know they've recently announced Armored Core 6. Some of my friends are very excited for that game. But yeah, I'll need to pick those up at some point as well if I ever do go for a full set. It's something I'm heavily considering, and if you guys are interested in seeing me go for that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I picked up Fable solely because I had a nice sleeve cover there. Fist of the North Star is one of those games you don't see every day as well. £30 in value as well for a 360 game. Yeah, that's pretty unheard of. So in terms of that, wasn't anything I really needed or desperately wanted there, so I just kind of left it alone. And having a look at the Nintendo Switch games, I do come across Pocky and Rocky Reshrined, which is a game I've been very interested in picking up since it ever came out. But I never really wanted to pay for it. £12, I think that's the price I have to snag it at. Having a look at the display case here as well, some very nice special editions, none of which I have. I have Astral Chain, Link's Awakening, and maybe some others that I can't remember. But they have a nice selection of Amiibo, nice 360 controllers, and I wish I bought this earlier when it wasn't £200, because it's something I would love to have in the collection, the Resident Evil 4 Chainsaw controller. So having a look here as well at the retro, very solid selection of games here. I can't pronounce that, but Sequoiden or whatever it is 2. That's a good one, that's been there since the last time I came up. A very big selection of GameCube. And yeah, a lot of heavy hitters here as well. But again, most of this, I never really picked up any of this, as it's stuff I mostly have, and out of the stuff I'm interested in anyways. But it's just nice to see such a large selection of retro. And it was time to trade, so let's catch up in the game.
Alright, so traded a few bits of CEX, so I'll show you the pickups and let you know what didn't trade and for what reason. Hey guys, back in the game room now. So that was a pretty solid hunt in Manchester. Birmingham, not so much. I did get one pickup there. I didn't even get anything out of the CEX there, which is a shame, because that one, it did have good stock, but just that time of the month where I wasn't really wanting to spend money, considering I had the Play Expo Glasgow coming up, so I was saving myself for then essentially as well. But in Manchester, you know, not too bad. I did pick up one item that I intend to keep at the CEX, which you did see in the footage, but I'll highlight it anyways. So while we were in Manchester, I did mention that I picked this up, the Mario and Sonic the Olympic Games case, alongside a Wii Sports Disc only. So that Wii Sports Disc only should hopefully net me about £5 or so. I did mention earlier that it's a bit scratched. It's not too bad, like, we'll see if I can get the light on it. You can see it's just kind of like some light surface scratch, and it's not deep scratches or anything, so yeah, my money will be safe with that for certain. So I'm quite happy with that, and I've got the case. If I find a disc for this game at any point, boom, into CEX. But yeah, with Wii Sports I'm not too fussed with the case, because that one took me ages to come across. I've only ever came across the case version like a couple times. It's the disc, like cardboard sleeve, that I usually come across. So while I was in Manchester, I did trade in the Buzz Jr. Jungle Party. I also traded in that Weird Science for a total of £6. So let me just show you guys there. So quite happy with that. So already with the Buzz Jungle Party, I bundled that with this being the case and the Wii Sports disc and the broken PS3 controller. And then, oops, I'll show that preemptively. But then I used some of that credit to buy this, Pocky and Rocky Reshrined on the Nintendo Switch. This is a game I've been eyeing up for a while. It's one of those where I didn't really want to pay like £20 or anything for it. I felt like coming down a bit lower. I saw £12 on it. Doesn't have the instruction sheet or anything. I didn't know if this came with any inserts, but so be it. I didn't technically pay £12 since half of it was all voucher, because I traded in my Robocop vs Terminator you saw on the Play Expo Glasgow video, so I had a voucher in my pocket anyways. But yeah, I'm very pleased to have this in the collection. I'm not around to playing it yet. It's next on the radar. As I say, it's one of those I'm just quite happy to finally have it. And then I did pick up Toy Story Mania in between all of this. This is like the only game I've picked up in CEX store. This was in my local CEX. I just didn't have it yet. It's been on my radar for quite some time because I like Toy Story, so I wanted to have the game basically. But in terms of the two PS3 controllers that I did get, one was taken no issues. It did have a rattly bit of plastic inside of it, so I opened that up, shook it out, boom, controller tested fine, not a problem at all. £18 voucher, because that was indeed the DualShock 3. So I went from £8 to £18 voucher. Absolutely fantastic. Again, you saw in the footage it was 10% off of everything minus the games themselves. So from £10 to £8, I was buying that no issue. However, unfortunately at this time, the 6-axis PS3 controller I do have, I'll show some B-roll here, that is still broken at this time. I have opened it up, I have cleaned the control stick to no end, and it still gets stuck. It's better than it was, so cleaning it with a bit of isopropyl alcohol did seem to help a little bit, but unfortunately it's not quite enough there yet. So I'm hoping I can still redeem this. I'm going to take it round to Tucker64's house later this week. I'm hoping that I can, he's better at this kind of stuff than I am, so hoping that he's able to have a look at it and fix it for me. I think something inside of it may be broken or something like that, and I've got a tendency to break things, so I'm just going to leave it. But overall, very pleased with my pickups. Definitely made some good money. In terms of what was spent and what I made, I'll show that here just now. But overall, I'm quite pleased. My money's safe anyways already, so if that controller does not get fixed, so be it. It's something I could sell on for spares or repairs potentially, because it is just a stick. Everything works fine other than that. So yeah, if someone else needs a broken PS3 controller to fix their own, happy days. But yeah, if you did like the video, please do like, share and subscribe. It helps the channel massively, and stay tuned for more upcoming content. There's going to be plenty coming out, as after this I'm going to the Anime and Gaming Glasgow convention. I butchered the saying of that, but I'm going there, so be sure to stay tuned for videos there. But yeah, like, share and subscribe, and of course I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks and goodbye.